welcome to Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Ramirez Jr. and in today's video, we'll be going over the upcoming fight between George Kambosos Jr. versus Devin Haney and everything you should know. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, let's begin with the fight poster. The first thing to note is there are many promotional companies involved. The fight was promoted by Devella Entertainment, Ferocious Promotions, Top Rank, Devin Haney Promotions, Daco Promotions, and TG Sport. It will air on ESPN the US on Saturday, June 4th, and on Sky Sports Action the UK on Sunday, June 5th. George Kambosos Jr. will make his return to the ring after a 6-month layoff, not having fought since November 27, 2021, in a fight he won by split decision against Teofimo Lopez. Devin Haney will make his return to the ring after a 6-month layoff as well, his last fight versus Jojo Diaz, which Haney won by unanimous decision. The fight will be contested at the lightweight limit of 135 pounds and is scheduled for 12 rounds. The contest will also be for undisputed, as all 4 major organizational belts will be on the line. The main undercard fights for the event start at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. GMT. You can expect Kambosos and Haney to make the ring walks around 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. GMT. As for the fight location, they'll be out of Marble Stadium in Melbourne, Australia, making Kambosos Jr. the home fighter. Next, we'll move on to the tail of the tape. Let's start off with the overall record to see how these fighters stack up. Devin Haney has had 27 bouts with a record of 27 wins, no losses, no draws, and 15 knockouts. George Kambosos Jr. has had 20 bouts with a record of 20 wins, no losses, no draws, and 10 knockouts. Next, we'll go over the power department. Here, Haney has the edge in power according to the percentages. 56% KO ratio for Haney compared to Kambosos' 50% KO ratio. As far as physical attributes, the heights for both fighters are even, but Haney does enjoy a 3-inch reach advantage over Kambosos. As for fighting stance, both fighters fight at the orthodox stance. With regards to their age, Haney is 23 years old, while Kambosos is 28 years old. Haney made his debut back in 2015 and has racked up 162 pro rounds, while Kambosos debuted back in 2013 and has accumulated 130 pro rounds. With just 32 rounds separating these fighters and each of them having notable names on the resume, I'm calling the experience a draw here. Next, we'll go over the rankings. Starting off with BoxRec, George Kambosos is ranked at number 2, while Devin Haney is ranked at number 4. Moving on to the ring ratings, George Kambosos Jr. is the ring champion, while Haney is ranked at number 3. And to finish off with the organizational rankings, George Kambosos Jr. is the WBA, IBF, WBC franchise, and WBA super champion. Devin Haney is the regular WBC champion, and as such, will not be ranked by any other organizational body. This belt is also the reason Kambosos and Teofimo before him were not recognized as the undisputed champions. Next, we'll move on to the betting odds, which is being brought to you by our sponsor, BetUS. I'll leave a link for them in the description of the video in case you'd like to use them to place your bets for this fight, and also take advantage of a sign-up bonus they're offering for my viewers. Devin Haney is a favorite at minus 175, meaning you have to bet $175 to make a $100 profit, while Kambosos Jr. is a plus 163 underdog, meaning for every $100 you bet, you make a $663 profit if they win. Overall, Haney's chance of winning is 62.62%, while Kambosos Jr. has a 37.38% chance of winning. And to wrap up this video, I'll leave you with my prediction. And I am picking Devin Haney to win by split decision. And before any controversy gets mentioned, I'm going split decision not because the fight is in Australia and Kambosos will get an undeserved favorable scorecard by a judge, but rather because this is truly a tough fight to call. Each fighter is very talented and capable of imposing their style on the other fighter. But ultimately, I think Haney's outside fighting skills and solid defense will get him the win. Kambosos is scrappy, and he will need to close the distance and turn this into a brawl to beat Haney, but Haney's reach advantage and tendency to tie up when hurt will stop Kambosos from having too much success and make it a difficult fight for him. If Haney's chin and stamina holds up for 12 rounds, I see 2 of the 3 judges favoring Haney's superior boxing skill, solid jab, and control of distance over Kambosos' calculated aggression to win and become the true undisputed champion at 135 pounds. And there you have it. You now know everything you should know about the upcoming fight between George Kambosos Jr. versus Devin Haney. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like. Also, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Until next time, remember, no boxing, it's no problem. Peace.